So one comment goes this way: don't say scientific, it's pseudoscience. Religion is a branch of philosophy.
What is this about? What are they referring to when they say pseudoscience and all? They're talking about religion.
Yeah, so there was a popular historian, so she posted a video saying that whatever the rituals which Isha is doing, everything has a scientific reason behind it. So for that, this comment is, don't say scientific, it's just pseudoscience.
It is absolutely pseudoscience. I completely agree with that guy. Okay, I lived in the ashram for 2.5 years. I can say it's total pseudoscience. Okay, I'm calling it pseudoscience just because we are not ready for it. I'll be honest, we are not ready for that level of science. Okay, when we are ready for that level of science, we'll call it scientific, because you know the definition of science is mediocre at best. They do not want to engage in things beyond whatever you can physically, you know what I'm saying, you can physically open and see.
Beyond the sense,
beyond that,
the perception,
right?
which is beyond the
There's
senses.
things beyond sense perception. Quantum physics is getting there. I'm not I really hope it gets to this point. Yeah, until then it's pseudoscience only. You live with that, that's okay. But what I'm trying to say is, let it be pseudoscience. You go there and experience.
If it's working for you, it's working, or else just leave it.
It is pseudoscience
Who
only.
is
If it's not
forcing you to
working
come?
for you, it's pseudoscience only. Right? Just because I'm simply saying because there's earthworm, the soil is fertile, you don't have to believe me. You come and experience. If you feel the same energy, you do it. Or else it's pseudoscience. It's pseudoscience for you. That's all it is. Just because I'll give you an example of how science works in general. Everybody knows this. I'm not trying to bring a controversy here. There's always a thing between there are Tesla people and there's Edison people. What I mean by that is when electricity was being applied, or do you understand what I'm saying? There was no electricity at one point. When now electricity is now discovered and being offered, Tesla has brilliant ideas with very cheap. He wanted to bring wireless technology for electricity. Is it not better for the planet? In one way, I'm saying, forget about all the radiation stuff. Is it not better to have less infrastructure, less worries, less headaches? When the wire goes off, you don't get electricity. And imagine all the progress you could have done with wireless systems. You just have to build one antenna. How did the cell phone industry progress in 20 years? Electricity took 100 years for it to reach villages in India. Don't you see? Because it requires a lot of physical infrastructure, a lot of wiring, a lot of poles, a lot of human effort. But when you talk about wireless, you can make a lot of subtle changes and make things happen. Right? He wanted to bring wireless electrical technology. Imagine if science went that way, the applied science. We would be seeing a completely different world today. Is it not true?
Yes.
So, science is looking at the world in only one dimension. Okay? Please understand the limitations of science. I'm not saying science is wrong. It is correct, it is true in the dimension it's looking at. What it is not looking at and what it is not considering, it doesn't know. And this applies to all the scientific community, including myself. You will not believe, when I was growing up, I wanted to invent a battery based on bacteria. I went on to become an engineer, but I took courses in biology in high school and university to understand the entire cellular structure and how the bacteria works and how to manipulate and all of that. So I believe in science, don't get me wrong. But whatever that is there right now, it's still one dimension. There are so many dimensions, there are so many perspectives that science is lacking. So you keep an open mind. That's all I want to say. Okay, just because you didn't explore in that direction, it doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it less factual. Right? Don't keep on arguing with somebody else's work. It's not your work also. What are you what are you arguing about? Some scientists in Netherlands worked on some theory and you're arguing about it. It's not your work at all. What is your experience and what is your work? What is your perspective on this whole thing? What kind of depth did you explore on any particular topic, scientific topic? You're just throwing words, right? This is blabbing. It's nothing but blabbing. You're not really making a valid point. If you just want blabber, I can do so much blabber.
This is a bigger sin, speaking without having the factual information or without experiencing. I think this is more of a big sin.
I don't know about sin, but it's really sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. Again, you're throwing away your energy simply.